Today was an insane day with my live trading session, guys. In the next video, you're gonna watch my live trading session that I took a trade on NAS 100 and EURUSD. I took a very small profit on NAS 100 and I closed my trade super quick because it was fluctuating. I didn't feel good about it, and EURUSD I took a loss on it. But it was an interesting trade, but today was weird. It was fluctuating, the trade was all over the place, the price was going up and down. You're gonna watch it in the next video. So if you have any question, drop your comment here, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on the notification bell for more trading sessions. So let's get into it right now. Hey, what's up with you guys? This is Irfan here, and welcome to another live trading session. As you can see, I'm in NAS 100 5-minute time frame. I just literally woke up. It's 8:44 a.m. and New York Stock Exchange market is opening in 45 minutes. So let's analyze the market together before it happens. So, and we're gonna start with NAS 100. So NAS 100, if you just take a very quick look, and if you zoom out a little bit, you see that we have so many gaps exactly right here after this huge drop. A little bit of correction, another gap, correction, drop, correction, drop. So we have so many drops here. Lower lows and lower highs have been created, so it means that there's so much liquidity around this area. So we have so much liquidity here. Sellers got into the game, they put the stop loss here, so the market has to come back to grab the liquidity here. We have so much liquidity right here, and also we have so much liquidity right here. If you want to let's see, for the buyers here, like for higher highs and higher lows, because after this, what happened, we had some consolidation, and then the price is trying to create higher highs and higher lows. So that's the thing about it. So for this one, after I identified like all the liquidity, I'm gonna look at like all the gaps and order blocks that we potentially have. So for example, if I want to show you a high probability one, this used to be a very high potential, high probability order block from here to here. And the reason is that we had a really good gap. See, we had a really good gap after this huge spike. The next candle left a gap here in between, and then the market came back to this zone, bullish engulfing candle, boom. So if you could, if you wanted to take your trades from here to here, you could have taken a one-to-one risk to reward trade. Very good, very beautiful. So but this order block is invalid right now, so we're not going to deal with that. The next order block that we had is this one right here, this one. The same thing, we had a spike, gap, continuation, and now as you can see, the price came back, tapped into this zone. So I'm just waiting for this candle to get closed, and then I see what I need to take. So it was really by chance. I just woke up and saw such a thing. I'm gonna see how this candle get closed, so I react just based on that. But I know the market has to come back, not right now, but like anytime. That kind of filling all these gaps here, this break of a structure here, this break of a structure right here, and it kind of needs to take care of this area right here. So after this consolidation, we had this huge drop that it left so many gaps. So this is for, let me just this is for NAS 100. So I'm gonna see what happens to this one here. That's kind of interesting. If the candle get closed above the previous one, I probably take a buy position here, because everything, as you can see, everything is clear. We have our order block here that kind of tapped into after this one. The next candle left a gap here, the price came back to this zone, and then this candle is getting closed. The same thing is exactly happened like a few minutes ago that I showed you, this order block here. Do you remember this order block that I said is just invalid right now? The same thing happened because the price is trying to create higher highs and higher lows. So I'm gonna take this one right now. Let's see what happens. And I'm gonna take this. I'm just gonna see what happens here if we take this trade. Okay, as I said, the same thing is happening, like this, or a candle here and then the candle after that are really good indicators. But I'm just trying to kind of take my buy position here, because the reason is that the same thing is exactly happening and we have so many gaps to fill in because of this one, because of these higher highs and higher lows. So I know that I'm going to be biased towards you know, being long, only because of these areas here. Like there's a strong reason here, here, here. See, these areas have to get filled in. Just because of that simple reason, I'm trying to take my buy here. And what I could do is that I could take half my position here and half my position here, and I can literally use my Fibonacci tool to kind of see what's happening with the market from the bottom to the top. This is what's happening. Okay, so we are exactly sitting at 50%, which is our golden area, but I don't really believe in that. I feel like that let me see what's happening here. Yep, it's actually breaking into this order block here. So we are kind of close, not really close, but let's see. So it actually broke into this golden zone. A golden zone doesn't really work right here because of this like fluctuation. I feel like that the market is trying to kind of reach this level no matter what, because of this order break of a structure. So but I'm still waiting to see how the price reacts. Even right now, we're probably creating another order block, or not really. Yep, let me see this one right here. If it hits this level, I'm totally okay with that. But as you can see, guys, you know, if you watch my previous videos, you know what's going on to happen. This trend line shows us that the market is trying to go higher, and I told you the reason, but we're gonna see how we get away with that. Guys, to be honest with you, I just got out of my trade right now with like a very minimal profit. I can show you the profit here. This is my profit, like 26 bucks. I just got out of the trade. The reason was it's super choppy, and it doesn't look really good. It's very consolidating, so I don't feel really good. That's why I just got out of my trade without any bias. Now I'm gonna move on to the next pair to see what's going to happen here. Okay, so we have GBPUSD. Let me check it back to 5 minutes. Again, the huge gap in between after this drop, correction, drop, correction, drop, correction, drop. So higher highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And this one here, as I said, from here to here, we can actually use the Fibonacci, but I don't really believe in that. So I know that it's going to come back to kind of fill in these gaps. But let's identify every single order block. So the first order block we have is here because of this huge gap in between. So I'm going to set my alarm to kind of get notified whenever this zone gets tapped into. This one right here, and then I'm going to turn on my alarm. So the next order block that I can identify is this one right here. Okay, this is the next order block that I can identify. Exactly the same reason as this one here. After this huge drop, the next candle left a gap in between. I can show you the gap. Here's the gap. And then after that, what happened was the price came back to this zone, and now it's trying to kind of consolidate in this area and then come back. Let's see what happens. We don't know. We just know that it's going to kind of happen. We have liquidity here and also one order block here. I'm not gonna draw this order block. The reason is that it's so close to our resistance level, and we have a liquidity here. We have a liquidity grab here. We have a zone. Oh, sorry guys, as you can see, this GBPUSD was amazing. Something just literally happened to me, and I had to kind of leave the charts for a few minutes, and this is what happened. I literally wanted to take this trade exactly when it was right here, and put my stop loss here and my TP somewhere around here, but unfortunately something really important happened and I couldn't take this trade. So the next thing I need to do is just wait for this order block here to get tapped into, and then I can take my buy position. So for this is for GBPUSD. Oh man, I don't know what happened. Like, I had to just leave the chart immediately. So no problem, market is full of opportunities. So the next thing that we do is waiting for this order block right here. Okay, so this order block is what we're waiting for EURUSD, exactly from here to here, and then I'm just waiting for the price to get tapped into. Again, the same thing. Oh man, GBPUSD was a really good one, but it happens, you know, it is what it is. This is what trading is. I'm just waiting for this because even here we have so many gaps, and so many gaps, and also so much liquidity, and we have this gap here and this liquidity here. Okay, GBPUSD, let's go to GBPUSD. Okay, so we're gonna wait for a good candle to get closed after this. This was a really good one. This was a very good one. This was a high probability order block exactly right here. It got tapped into, bearish engulfing candle, boom, 1-to-1 risk reward trade. So we're gonna see how it reacts to this order block, but I was more willing to take this trade whereas this one, because we have a bearish trend market. See, even EURUSD got tapped into, so both of them got tapped into. So I'm gonna split my screen and watch EURUSD at the same time to see which one is exactly the one that we need to go for. This one here. Okay, let's save it. And they're exactly the same thing, guys, but we got to see what exactly happens. So this is for EURUSD, this is for GBPUSD. They're more prone to do that. See, the same thing, like they're pretty much the same. We're just gonna wait for the next candle to get closed, and then we can take our trades. Okay, so much liquidity here, and GBPUSD. Okay, if GBPUSD get closed like this, I probably take that. But as I said, guys, this was a really good trade that I could take, and I missed, unfortunately. And the reason I wanted to take it because of this head and shoulder here, this double shoulder. See, very good one. It tapped into this zone, came down, went up, came down, went up. This W formed, and then boom. Because of this head and shoulder, I was willing to take that trade. Okay, no problem at all. Let's go to this one here. GBPUSD is better, I think. Bullish engulfing candle here, but I'm going to wait for 5 minutes to get closed first, not for 1 minute, because it's more accurate. Okay, and here, as you can see, it's just blasting into the order block without no reason. And let me just draw this order block here. Okay, this order block is not like high probability, but it's not invalid at the same time, because after this bearish engulfing candle, the price tapped into this zone and then came down. So it's a low probability order block that we need to kind of look at. But here is what's happening exactly. So EURUSD is trying to blast into what happened to NAS 100. Okay, so NAS 100 is still fluctuating. I'm super happy that I got out of my trade with a very small profit. I can just be done for the day today, but god man, GBPUSD was a really good one. I'm still kind of thinking about it. You shouldn't do that. Don't try it at home. Whenever you lose a trade, you lose a trade. I mean, you miss a trade, not losing a trade. But this was a really good pattern right after it tapped into a high probability order block. That's why I was kind of mad. But we still have chance, guys. We still have chance. It's not late. It's still not broken into this order block right here. As you can see, this is GBP. Okay, so I think both of them are GBPUSD. So let me just go to EURUSD. Yeah, this is EURUSD. Let's see. Okay, EURUSD doesn't look really good because it's super close to be out of this box. Very close. But again, the market just keeps leaving gaps. So there's a point that we need to see a reversal to kind of go up to fill in all these gaps right here. And again, the same thing is exactly happening here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so EURUSD just blasted into this order block. Even this shadow counts, so it's become immediately invalid, and I'm not going to take a trade here. But we have liquidity here. Maybe it's targeting this level, and then after the liquidity grab, it goes up. I don't know, but I'm going to kind of put this line here because we have liquidity grab, and after that we'll see what happens. Guys, I was just looking at gold out of nowhere because I kind of got bored, and for GBPUSD, so I'm just waiting for GBPUSD NAS 100. See, that was a good thing that it closed my trade, because it's not a good thing. It's choppy. I don't like the fluctuation here, and also, yeah, I don't like the picture of it, so I closed my trade somewhere around here with a small profit. But gold, see that we had this huge spike here, and then the market is trying to kind of do some correction. If I use my Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top, I mean, see that the 50% is exactly where I drew this line, or this level, this resistance level here. And if I remove this, you see that we are left with this golden zone level, and I would just want to see the reaction of the market to this price. I would say price, like this zone around this price. So if it gives us a good momentum towards upside, I'm going to take a buy position. Otherwise, I just wait for you know, this candle to get close to this, and then I take my trade. But I'm not really willing to do that because order blocks are not clear. I can see it. I can see clear trend, and if you come back to 1 hour, you see it's very fluctuating. At the same time, I think it's kind of bearish because of these lower lows and lower highs that we have. Because of these lower lows and lower highs, we have this liquidity here, we have this liquidity here, and yeah, so far, and this liquidity here. I think there's been a news, if I'm not wrong, because of this huge shadow, but I'm gonna be looking at 5 minutes time frame. Okay, let's go to GBPUSD. GBPUSD doesn't look good, but it's still valid. It didn't get out of this order block. I want to see what exactly happens. EURUSD completely blasted through this line here, support line, so it got all the liquidity. And now what probably happens next is that we get a bullish engulfing candle, and then we can take our buy position here because this is already taken. So I'm going to change the color so you don't get it mistaken by an order block. It's just a regular support level. Let's see what happens. But I don't think like if it wants to be a long position, the next candle has to break into this resistance level, or otherwise we just did a breakout structure, and then correction, and then continuation. Let's see what happens next. But for gold, let me just see gold. Gold is a good one, guys. Gold is a good one. The liquidity grab already happened. If I get into 1 minute, you see that the price is consolidating. It actually tapped into this zone, grabbed the liquidity with this shadow. They're doing a little bit of consolidation, momentum. See this bullish engulfing candle here, this momentum here. This is probably a good one. So I want to see if I can take to if it's a good sign to take into a trade. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm in a position in GBPUSD because of this very strong order block that we had so far in profit. But because of this order block, let me show you here. This 5-minute order block right here, because of this momentum here, and it's still not outside of this order block, so it's making it valid. Actually, it's making it valid. I don't know what's going to happen. The market is not bullish. but we had this strong order block here and this order block exactly right here. As you can see, in 1 minute we had a huge spike, came down to this order block, still didn't break it, bullish engulfing candle, very strong one, and now the market is trying to come back to this level, to this order block here, and then let's see after that what happens. So but I can clearly see a very strong order block, like in 3 scenarios, like 3 areas at the same time for bullish, and it's trying to create higher highs and higher lows, in my opinion, to kind of grab all the liquidity here. But I'm not gonna hold my trade up to here. I close it here 1-to-1, and then I'm done for the day. But that's the reason that I'm telling you guys for a strong order block, and trying to create higher highs and higher lows to change the direction of the market and grab all the liquidity in the resistance area. But let's see what happens. Yeah, as you can see, guys, I'm not going to, I mean, this is not a trade. I'm not going to take any trade. Probably I took 1-to-1 to EURUSD. I'm going to keep you posted what's going to happen, but today is really fluctuating. It's on nerve. I just took a very small profit in NAS 100. I closed that, and I think I'm done for the day. But if you guys have any question, please feel free to ask me by dropping your comment below this video. And if you want to get access to a small Goldie Incubator that actually trades gold for you on autopilot and give you 8% to 20% profit every month, I'm gonna leave a link below in the description. Go check it out, and if you have any question, again, ask me. So thank you so much for watching another live trading session, and I'm out.